Hello guys and welcome to our tutorial on Google Firebase Studio, the innovative AI-powered tool designed specifically for Firebase projects, okay? And to create actually your own web and app projects, okay? In today's video, I'm going to show you how Firebase Studio streamlines your backend development and actually makes it much more faster and easier, okay? This is amazing because it's going to allow you to basically create apps in a matter of seconds or minutes. So yeah. Firstly, let's talk about what Firebase Studio is. So yeah, let's just jump into it. I want you to type in Google Firebase in Google, and we're gonna click on the first result. Now, it's very important that we do not confuse Google Firebase with Google Firebase Studio, because in this tutorial, I want to focus on Firebase Studio, which is basically the AI agent that is going to allow you to create apps and to make everything so much easier. Okay, so this is what we're going to focus at specifically. Okay, so let's scroll down and let's go to try Firebase Studio. Now we're going to have to accept a set of permissions in here. So let's accept this. Let's click on confirm. Amazing. And now we have this beautiful dashboard here. Okay, so in my eyes, we have two different kind of things. Okay, in Firebase Studio, we have the prototype section, which is going to allow you to create an app using natural language in a matter of just seconds or minutes. And we have more like the coding assistant, which is going to help us create a project from scratch, but put in a little bit more work, and it's going to be ideal for those of you that know some coding. Now let's start actually with the prototype an app with AI, which I think is the easiest one, of course. And yeah, from here, you can just ask in natural language whatever you want to create, okay? Whatever app or whatever web you want to create, okay? Here you have different examples. You have like a tipping calculator, like a recipe generator, ERP dashboard, and expense tracker. Or you can just type in whatever you actually want. The better the description that you actually make, the better the result is going to be, okay? You can also attach files in here, like images, to kind of give a guide to the AI of how you want your app or your web to look. For this, I'm just going to focus on one specific example, which is going to be the recipe generator, and it's going to look like this, the prompt. Okay, so it says, a simple recipe maker that generates recipes based on the ingredients I have in my fridge, simple UI, green color scheme. Instead of green, I'm just going to change it to blue. Blue color scheme and soft color gradients to make it look a little bit more pretty. And actually, let's ask for a specific font. Let's ask, for example, for, I don't know, Montserrat fonts. Now let's click on prototype with AI. And now, this is going to take a while, okay? And here we have basically like the plan for how Google Firebase is going to prototype our web or our app. And this is what we have, okay? We have the ingredient input, the recipe generation, the recipe display, and the save recipes. These are going to be like the main features of it. Here we have the colors, the layout, and the typography. Great. Let's say that you want to make a change. Let's actually go for the typography. Instead of using Montserrat, use, I don't know, Helvetica as a font, for example, okay? You can just click on enter. And now this is going to modify this app in here, and it's going to make it look like this, okay? And once you're happy with it, just go to prototype this app. We're going to click on it. And now this is going to take a while, definitely, because it has to code the whole app for us. And here we have our app ready. This is only a first draft, of course, but I believe that it's actually quite nice. Now let's talk about the things that you can do here. You can, of course, just select it, okay? Select, different elements, and you can actually modify them, okay? So instead of, just accepting this element, you can tell the AI how you want to change this element, okay? And it's going to do it for you, which is amazing. You can also share a preview link, and you can also open it in a new window. Now, before anything else, guys, something very important that I have to mention is that you have to put your Gemini API key. You can enter yours, or you can just auto-generate an API key. Now, like I was saying, we can just view this in full screen here in a new window, and we can let's actually try this with an example, okay? Let's say that I have in my fridge pasta, bacon, cream, and Parmesan cheese. Let's see if this can generate a good recipe for us. I would expect carbonara, but let's see. And it actually does suggest carbonara and much more things, which is amazing, right? It gives us here, 3 recipes and the details that we have to follow, okay? Now, keep in mind that this is only the first draft of this page. You can generate whatever you want pretty much, and you can edit it on the go. Now, you can do a bunch of things from this, chat here. You can ask it to do as many things as you want. I, for example, added a new button to generate new ingredients, maybe like random. And this is what it came up with, which is pretty good, okay? So just be creative and finish the app to your liking until you have something that is desirable, okay? Now, Once you have something that is half decent, you can of course switch to code if you want to be more precise or more manual with this thing here. But yeah, I think like the whole point of this is kind of let AI do its own thing so that you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, let's return back to Firebase Studio. We have our project here, which is Fritz Chef. That's about the first part for the tutorial, the prototype an app with AI. But you can also start coding an app kind of more manually by selecting a new workspace or by importing a repository from GitHub, okay? So yeah, let's click on new repository or new, project. And now you want to select your, basically template that you want to do. In my case, it's going to be a Python Flask. I'm just going to keep this random here. I'm going to click on create. It's going to take a while again. And this is what we have, okay? This is an empty project, okay, that we can basically complete to our liking. Now, what's cool about this is that we have the Gemini assistant and we can ask to make any change to this document or to this project for us. So here you have the web version and here you have the Gemini tab. And you can basically, as you can see, it looks very bland. It looks completely empty because it is. And we can ask for, I don't know, let's actually change the font color to white and the background color to black, okay? Let's click enter. And after a few seconds, it's going to come up with this update to the code, which we can review, of course. And if we're happy with it, we can just click on update file. And now this is how it looks. We have to refresh the page. And look, it did it, okay? And we can ask for as many changes as we actually like. This is what Firebase Studio is, basically. It's like an AI coder that is going to help you develop amazing projects in a matter of seconds. Or, it's going to save you a lot of time at the very least, okay? Thank you so much, guys.